Hey, welcome to the Bettor Odds. It is January 23rd, Thursday, January 23rd. Hola, Tony.
Hola. How are you?
That's hello in, I believe, Mandarin for our non-Chinese speaking friends.
I'm not touching it.
I don't know. I got nothing.
I'm going to behave tonight.
So I understand that Breakfast with Tony, your solo endeavor in the mornings, Breakfast with Tony was started off pretty well. You want to tell people about that?
Sure. I talked this morning about breaking things up that I thought in college, I got away from the first halves last night. It was a mistake. We had a couple rough days in a row, granted. But I think that it's still profitable there and on the back end, second halves. I discussed that. And I mentioned soccer, that I was going to get back into soccer a little more, which I haven't done in a while. It tends to be when football season comes in that, I'll bet soccer up until then and I'll get away from it. Same with college hoops. But today I gave out a couple plays and a college first half. And wouldn't you know it? We finally had a good day. We had a good day.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And listen, but a reminder, you get this stuff. You do this in the morning, Breakfast with Tony. Yeah. You posted it, Tony C Sports, on X, but also via the YouTube for the Bettor Odds and at the Bettor Pod. So they're like what's that called? They work together. There's some synergy there. So you're posting them in place. And then
like bees cross-pollination.
Yes, correct. Perfect.
I'll make it make sense.
The world would suck without bees. The world would suck.
The world wouldn't exist.
So 3-0 early today. There's another thing you talked about. You got an email we were talking about.
DM I got on X. Yeah, I'm not going to mention the name, but just a question of why I liked Coastal Carolina.
Right.
And Coastal and Georgia Southern under first half. And I told them that, I handicap this stuff. This is an average of the numbers I have offensively and defensively. If it differentiates enough from the number posted, when I say enough, if it's a point or more off a first half, it's a big advantage to me. If I have to trust my own numbers though, which I do. So basically what I told them is I had on the low end 65 and on the high end 65 and a half. Once I saw the total at 66 and a half, I decided to give it out and make a bet. I think they had, after 5 minutes, I think they scored 4. I think they had 4 points. I was smiling inside. I'm not going to lie. And it ended, I believe, 61 at the half.
Okay. So
it was a good bet. It got us a good day, a 3-0 day with a $1.75 dog on the side in the soccer game that. Let me see if I can bastardize these names enough now.
Please do.
Thanks. Bodo Glimt and Maccabi Tel Aviv. The best I could do.
Yeah.
And we bet Glimt and that both teams would score. 3-1 final. Glimt. Good day. Total.
Good. So there's a question, I guess. You were asked the question about why you like the side. There was edge in there from your numbers to the posted numbers. Speaking of, you talk about low scoring. I happened to see this. I didn't look any further. I wish I did. I was going to pull it up now. The University of Miami.
Okay.
They had 3 points in 7 minutes last night. Larinaga said, "I'm done. I can't deal with these kids anymore." The portal. I don't blame him either. Mick Cronin feels the same way in UCLA. It feels like, it seems. He's unhappy, but I think he's just unhappy that he's dealing with, his words, delusion. These kids are delusional.
They're delusional, and a lot of them come from, they get a lot of these kids from the hood. I'm just calling it what it is. They're athletic, but that attitude is still there. And this goes for Miami basketball, Miami football. Florida State's had this problem. So they must all recruit from the same, I'm assuming. I don't know for a fact.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming
I don't
Miami's
say
had this problem for years. For years. I don't think it's a big secret either.
Well,
You
I
watch
think
their
now
team.
just the general attitude of younger people forget about where they're coming from,
Right. No, it's not
certain
that.
entitlements probably, and then you add the transfer portal and NIL.
Yeah, it's a big.
This
The money
this
is a.
could make life miserable for a coach. I don't know how you do it. How do you recruit the year to year? Like, oh, half the team. Oh, yeah, 4 of my best players just moved because they got $1 million from some other place.
Well, that's the problem. You know, they're ruining all these sports. There's a kid. I could get the name for tomorrow's show. A friend of mine follows this stuff. In college basketball, he stands to make $13 million in college next year. What's his impetus? What's his big rush to get to NBA? I think a rookie salary in the NBA I think it's shy of $1 million. I'm going to look this up, but I think it's south of
You're
$1
going to take
million.
a pay cut. I mean, I would go to at that rate, you'd be going to grad school.
Now, will he sign a huge contract in 3 years? But you got to sign that rookie deal. I think it's for a couple of years.
Yeah.
This kid's stands to make $13 million in college. Where is he? He's not going anywhere.
Like I said, you go to grad school at that point.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry,
go ahead.
No, I lost my train of thought. We were talking about that with I just wanted to throw that in there with the Miami things. I happened to see it yesterday. We were talking about the under in the Coastal Carolina game. So it's a good day, 3-0. I mean, like after a couple runs are going to happen invariably. Like that's just going to happen. You know, take your profit. Take the old lady out for dinner. Yeah. Go out, whatever. Go get some beer. I don't know what you're gonna do.
We got that one bet tonight.
Yeah.
The Western Kentucky game. Opened 70. I quoted 69.5. It's the same thing. I made the number 68. I couldn't even get to 68.5 on this game, to be honest with you. My number was 68, and it's gone from 70 down to 68.5. So we got it at 69.5. That's a good number. If you do that type of edge, you're talking about 7-8% edge in a 1-point move. You know, you're dealing with first halves now. This is not a full game. About 7. I could run the numbers, but I'm going to spitball 7% edge.
Okay.
If you have a 7% edge on every bet you make, I guarantee you can't not make money. It's impossible. Right. It's mathematically impossible.
It seems like there might be a couple 69s out there still, but not many. It's pretty much been down to 68.5 across the board.
That number's going to go lower too. I wouldn't. Maybe we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Real quick. I don't know if I'll be able to find another dog play like that for they don't fall off trees, but I want to try. I usually hit in soccer for the last 3-4 years over 60% sides and totals. The problem is the juice you're laying again. So you're laying $1.20,
right?
Sometimes $1.30. I'm gonna average. I didn't average everything out.
Sure.
But I'm looking at the other side. What would this be if I hit 45% at an average of plus 135 or 140?
Yeah.
Now you're a hero without hitting 50%.
I mean, that's a lot of that stuff. When we have a friend, options guy, and that's it. You're taking you're taking those plus money dogs, if you will, and then you don't have to hit that same percentage. You're getting your returns a heck of a lot bigger, though your win percentage is going to be lower, obviously.
I had 2 real good years betting soccer. Or again, over 60% sides and totals. We'll make 1,000 plays, but I think we only won 17 units. That just goes to show you the juice. Now, if I hit 50% on the other side, I'd be up almost double that. 1.5 times.
Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all. Yeah, it's a weird, like those numbers move like sort of exponentially. It's kind of interesting. Yeah.
One thing about soccer. Let me pull it up. You could just pull it on your screen, Joe.
Yeah.
Do you have soccer on there?
Yeah, well, whatever's today is on here.
Yeah, they won't have it on there. I'll just read it off. So I'm looking at Argentina has a Superliga, they call
it. Okay.
Very low scoring league, as I say that. So what I was going to do tonight, which I'm just looking at, you got to bear with me, guys. I'm looking at a couple of scores of these games.
I got nowhere to go.
So the key number in Argentina in this Super League is 2. the totals. 2.5, but mostly 2. So all these matches except one. This is day number 1, by the way, in Argentina. They all went down to 1.75, which is an Asian line. And I should have prefaced everything with this.
Yeah.
Please find an Asian line to bet into. It'll put the push back into play.
Right.
But you'll be getting a fair price.
Right.
You're getting robbed on these. First of all, 3-way line. Forget, you can't bet it because now there's 2 bad results and 1 good one. You can have a push, which is a separate bet on a 3-way line. And let's say you bet the favorite. So you could have a push and the dog. That's 2 bad results. You only have 1 in your advantage, and you're laying money. Don't do it. Find an Asian line. They have them offshore. They're all over the place. Even regulators. Bet 365 has them. FanDuel does not, I don't believe. FanDuel doesn't. But 365 has the biggest soccer betting menu anywhere.
Okay.
If you can get an account there, that's the way to go. But there'll be a lot of bets made in Argentina for sure. Brazil, things are just getting started up. I'll tell you a real quick story. It'll take 3 minutes.
Well, I don't know if we have 3 minutes, to be perfectly honest with you.
Oh, that's right. You know what?
Listen, you can save it for breakfast with Tony.
I am going to do that, damn it. That's a good idea. Breakfast with Tony tomorrow morning.
Breakfast with Tony. You'll find it here. Tony, great day so far. I hope it continues.
I got an old Tony 5-dime story for you.
Beautiful. We'll look forward to hearing it tomorrow. For that, then, we're signing out. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, brother. Have a good night, everybody.